Mastering copyright for business. Protecting your intellectual property online is a crucial aspect of building and maintaining a successful business. You want to protect your IP, whether it's your website, your writing, your digital downloads, your courses, etc. There are several avenues to ensure the safety of your content, such as filing for a trademark, implementing confidentiality agreements, or even employing digital rights management systems. Each method offers a unique set of protections tailored to various types of content and innovation. However, today, we will hone in on copyright. This legal right is one of the most accessible and straightforward means of safeguarding your original work from unauthorized use, and is also the first step to take when protecting your business. Before we begin on how to actually protect your work, the first thing you need to know is that copyright is automatically granted upon the creation of original content. This principle is affirmed by the 1886 Berne Convention, which ensures that all original work is automatically protected by copyright across all member countries without the need for registration. Let's get down to actually protecting it. There are a variety of ways to add on extra layers of protection to your copyright. Displaying copyright notices. You're going to start noticing these things everywhere now. You know, at the bottom of pretty much every website, there's this little copyright notice and it looks like this. Well, here's a fun fact. Because 181 countries out of 195 in the world have signed the Berne Convention, you actually don't need to display all rights reserved copyright or that little C symbol, because nearly all countries recognize the rights of citizens of other countries with regards to automatic application of copyright. Copyright is automatically granted regardless of whether or not you display this. However, we recommend displaying it anyways because this makes copycats aware of the fact that you understand your rights and dissuades copycats from publishing, modifying, or duplicating original content without your permission. You should pretty much put it on everything that's original work, be it your website, any freebies you give out, any presentations, etc. It should include the copyright symbol, the current year, and your business name. For websites, you can add the year the website was created and the current year. Additionally, you should have a clause about your IP in your terms and conditions of your website that expressly forbids copying. Because when you include a term in a contract, it's much easier to enforce than just relying on copyright law. We will discuss this in a little bit of detail later. Regular reviews and updates. You should periodically review your content and ensure all copyright notices are updated and displayed prominently. And copyright registration. You can actually register your copyright. If you're just in the beginning of stages of your business journey and you haven't started the trademarking process, copyright registration is a very simple next step. Registering your copyright can provide additional legal benefits and make the enforcement process easier. Because if you have someone infringing on your work, your copyright registration is an easy way to provide evidence of your ownership. If you're looking to register in the US, look up the US Copyright Office. And if you're looking to register in Canada, look up the Canadian Intellectual Property Office. Now, let's discuss the steps you should take when your copyright has been infringed. So let's say someone decided to copy your work and pass it off as their own. First things first, again, do not panic. I know the first thing you want to do is panic and then get angry and then probably post about it on Instagram. We've all been there. There is a solution, and you just need to take it one step at a time and you will succeed. Don't worry. This happens all the time in the online space. Here are the practical steps you can take when this happens. Step 1, gather evidence. Collect all evidence of the infringement. This can include screenshots, URLs, and any other forms of documentation that clearly shows the unauthorized use of your copyrighted material. Note the date, time, and extent of the infringement to build out a comprehensive case. The online world is fast moving, so write and record everything immediately. Step 2, send a cease and desist letter. A cease and desist letter is something you send to the infringer themselves stating that they have copied your work and should take it down immediately. It includes all of the details of the infringement as well as legal action warning. That indicated you will take legal action if the infringement continues. Don't worry, I have a cease and desist letter outline in the next slide. Step 3, file a DMCA takedown notice. If the infringement occurs online, file a DMCA takedown notice with the hosting service provider to have the infringing content removed. This is basically a letter to the service provider, such as the web host or search engine, that explains they are advertising a copyrighted work and that it should be removed. You do not need to have a registered copyright to send this notice. So let's say, for example, you created an ebook or a template and someone took it, edited it a little bit, and started selling it on Etsy. You can send Etsy a DMCA takedown notice. Upon revision, they will remove the item. There is an example of that kind of letter in the upcoming slide. Step 4. Monitor for further infringements. Keep an eye out on the infringing party and see if they do anything like this again and monitor their products. Step 5. Consult a legal professional. Now, if none of these things work, the next step would be to seek out an attorney who specializes in intellectual property law to understand your rights and the best course of action. They'll be able to assist you further and let you know whether you'll be able to pursue further legal action, such as them writing a letter on your behalf, filing a lawsuit, or seeking damages. Taking these steps can help address copyright infringement effectively, ensuring that your intellectual property remains protected and that the infringers are held accountable for their actions. Now, let's go through this very simple cease and desist letter example. Here are a few things that you're going to want to include in here. You'll want to identify them, describe your work, send them a URL of where the infringing work exists, have a section that identifies your work, identify the exact infringing material, and then create a demand for what you want. In this case, for example, you want it to be taken down. A crucial aspect here is to give them a number of specific days to either take it down or respond to you. If they do not respond, take it to the next step and file a DMCA notice. A DMCA notice would be sent to the host of the infringing work. For example, it could be Etsy, Gumroad, Google, Squarespace, Shopify, etc. You can send them a direct DMCA request. You should include what work is being infringed, what the URL is for the infringed work, identify the work itself, etc., and then the statement of infringement. Please note that the big companies take a minute to process and reply, as they will need to send it to their legal department, so check your email for responses and updates. And if this doesn't work, take the next step and hire a lawyer. Now, let's dive into legal aspects of content creation.